Geoffrey and Chester go biking. They're into a world of fantasy and make-believe.
You want to entertain people, you know. It's not sort of like, I'm a biker, this is my bike, I'm all selfish, this is my thing, you know, you don't understand, you're idiots. It's not like that. You really want other people to sort of like feel what you feel. I mean, it's a love affair that we've got with our bike, so you want other people to sort of like understand that it's actually quite a nice thing, the relationship between a man and his bike, you know. You don't see bikers like us every day on the street. You know, we're not into everybody looking the same or anything like this. We're sort of like trying to create a totally different look. You know, in other words, we'll wear whatever we want to wear on the bike at any time. The image is a complete image. We don't sort of just get on the bike and just ride it. It's fulfilling all your fantasies. You feel as if you're going on a mission.
This is Top Gun time. The right stuff on wheels.
And if we're sitting there watching a lot of fighter pilots sort of having a dogfight or something, or sort of put our military stuff on, and the bikes then become
jet fighter planes, low-flying jets on the street. I mean, I've even gone out as a cowboy, six-shooter, holster and everything, you know, and cowboy boots. And then you might even have the hat, the cowboy hat. You get off the bike, remove the crash helmet and put the hat on, and you're a fully dressed cowboy. You actually create a feeling of feeling good. You feel really good when you do something nice.
That's right. And I mean, after you've done your little bit, you sort of rejoice. I mean, you might get all excited on the bike and throw your arms up all over the place.
Yeah,
stand on the seat or something. Go along and give it all that. Yeah.
The love affair between rider and motorbike has been going on for 100 years. It didn't take long for the early bikers to realize that these newfangled machines offered them speed and excitement. But they couldn't have imagined then that in the years ahead, the motorbike was to become far more than just an engine with two wheels. It was to become a symbol of rebellion and fantasy, an object of adoration and pride.
We're all members of the Professional and Executive Motorcyclists Club. We come from all walks of life, sales managers, bank managers, college lecturers, lots of self-employed businessmen, and we all get together, mainly on an informal basis, to do motorcycle runs and events.
The motor guzzi system, you've both got guzzis.
We think you've separated the club into two sections, actually, one for Orientals and one for Europeans.
Splendid. Well, we know which section we're in, don't we?
We're in the prestige section.
In a very English country garden, Mike Parry and his fellow executives prepare for a run along the lanes of leafy Buckinghamshire.
You're planning to keep that?
With their polished leathers and big machines, this is serious upmarket biking.
The club name, which is quite controversial within the motorcycling fraternity, was chosen quite deliberately to try and indicate the kind of people, in a very general sense, that we wanted to attract. But we acknowledge it's a fairly sort of pompous-sounding name.
Yes.
It's primarily a motorcyclists' club. That's what brings us all together in the first place. But the social side's very important. Most of the events we do are deliberately orientated towards riding, but most also have a social content because they will probably be a stay in a hotel for the weekend, which involves a good dinner, or we may have a run to a pub and have a pub lunch. But also, of course, from a social point of view, we've made lots of friends, which give us a wider dimension apart from motorcycling.
I'd always wanted a motorbike, but my mother considered the most dreadful thing, and one couldn't possibly have a motorbike. And gradually I found that I really did want a motorbike, so at the ripe old age of 40 I bought myself a motorbike, and it's been a great pleasure to me in actual fact.
Your mother's objection to motorbikes, was that on grounds of danger, or...?
Yes,
more supple?
dirty, smelly, nasty things that just wasn't the done thing to have.
Riding a motorcycle, one tends to be at one with a machine. It tends to be very much the case of if you want to go somewhere on a motorcycle, you think about it and the motorcycle just follows you. You don't have to consciously think about steering it. You can smell the air, the sort of things that you just don't get in the car. And generally there's a sense of freedom about it.
Motorcycling is very exhilarating to ride because there's a great deal of thrill about it, I find. And I would liken it to skiing and sailing, where with skiing it's man against the mountain, with sailing it's man against the sea, and with a bike it's man and machine against the road.
Mad Max 2, because we went to see that. It's like a load of punks riding around on matte black motorbikes with sheepskin seats. And like we looked virtually the same anyway and had motorbikes, so it seemed like a good idea.
Mad Max 2, definitely. I don't know whether you've seen them. You've got the matte black bikers in there with the Mohicans, and there's one particularly evil person in there with a matte black bike. Matte black means to us well hard, because it is.
And that's how Beak-Eye, Mo-Rat and the rest became matte blacks and Wellard.
Black is a definite colour, and it's like a dark colour. If you associate black with evil, then matte black and Wellard. A lot of us sort of started from punk. I mean, a lot of us sort of had Mohicans and things like that, and wore black anyway. All through.
It's a bit more relevant because
extension, isn't it?
Punk just got really boring, and it wasn't relevant to what we were doing anymore, you know. And like the type of people we were hanging around with were bikers anyway, so it seemed like the obvious thing to do.
A 5-minute squirt of matte black, and you've knocked hundreds off the value of the bike. But that doesn't worry the Wellards. It's the style they care about.
It's you. I mean, my bike is an extension of me, because, I mean, I wear black clothes. I've always worn black clothes. The black is an extension of me, also in the bike as well. Look, it looks happy. It's smiling. Good character. Yeah. Then I'll sand this down and get the grizzly surface out. Just the latter. Is it all?
There have always been bikers who use their machines to make a statement about themselves by painting it, reshaping it, or if you're like Larry Harris, building the machine from scratch. His chopper bike is the Terminator.
Started life off in a breaker's yard. Started life as a Kawasaki GPZ 750 Turbo. Most everything is made for it. All the tanks are specially converted. The boxes for the battery, which has the onboard computer, the battery boxes, everything's been made for it. Even the forks have been widened 3/4 of an inch just to make it a bit more special. This really does fit me to perfection, really. Even when we had the footrests put on, you know, put them in all different positions, had them where they fitted, where they were most comfortable, and left them there. Same with the handlebars, made up mock handlebars, you know, got them just right. Like going to be measured up for a suit, really. Inside leg measurement, that sort of thing. The paintings came from the film The Terminator. On the right-hand side of the tank, we have him where he gets blown up, you know. You think the film's all over, you know, they're kissing and cuddling in the road, and all of a sudden, this robot gets out. I like that.
Now that you've got this bike how you want it to the last nut and bolt, what do you think this bike says about you?
That's a question, isn't it? It reflects the other side of me, the part nobody else sees, you know. It's basically, people look at this, they don't want to look at me, so they come out and look at the bike. I like posing on it, you know. People look at me because I'm sitting on the bike. They know me because of the bike. Yeah. And that's what it says about me, because I'm nothing special, but the bike is, you know. I like to be looked at.
So you get a good feeling sitting at traffic lights then?
Traffic lights. I slow down for big shop windows where I can see myself.
Christian Motorcyclists Association. The association was started about 7 years ago and currently numbers about 230 people. The club exists primarily as a bike club, but also for the evangelism of motorcyclists whom we meet. And as a club, we believe that God has given us a brief to go to other motorcyclists and to other bikers and show Christ to that subsection of the community. We can't, as bikers, go to the city. I mean, we wouldn't get accepted. But in amongst our own community, we are accepted. We are accepted by the bikers on the whole.
It's a club for Christian bikers, and as we love the Lord, we just want to tell other people all the time about Him, and that's what we do. We go to events and we don't push it. We just, by being there, and I've got design on my back, and just being Christians, hopefully they can see in us something different from them.
I think we're different from other bikers in maybe attitudes to women. Often the biker tends to be very much the macho man. The woman goes on the back. We don't really believe in that.
My motorbike used to be an idol. I used to live for biking. I used to drive a bike gang when I lived in Portsmouth. And since I've become a Christian, God has taken over that and he's given me a lot more back. And I realise now that when I was in a biking gang, it was quite an empty life. Basically, biking gangs are kind of, it's religion without God. They live for their motorcycles. But now something a lot better. I've got something a lot better in my life, but I still bike as well. So now it's in perspective in my life, biking now.
An angel can't be a Hell's Angel without a motorbike, and it's got to be a big machine. In the London chapter, you've got to ride the most famous American motorbike, the Harley Davidson.
The Harley Davidson is the #1 motorcycle, as far as we're concerned. And the Hells Angels being the #1 club, number one motorcycle club. As far as we're concerned, that's the two compute, you know? You go together.
It's the best. It's the best. As long as I exercise a certain degree of control and engineering ability, which doesn't require that much, it will serve me like a pack horse. It will serve me as I need it.
Being a member of the club, anything you do, say, ride, projects the club, and it's just got to be the best. You know, second best ain't good enough.
I've had that bike now for 13 years. I've rebuilt it, stripped it down, smashed it up. It's exactly the same frame, front end. I mean, you go through engines, you go through gearboxes, but the style hasn't changed in the whole of those years, you know? So, yeah, there's a lot of pleasure in building, a lot of pleasure in just riding. Just, it ain't something you're going to be able to put down on paper. It's just something you feel.
It's me versus the elements. Me versus the world, if necessary. It's all dependent upon me. Other people's well-being is dependent on me. I'm in control of myself and my machine.
It's good to ride in a pack. You know, there's a sense of being together.
Unity.
Sense of unity, being together. And it's very pleasurable. Any biker would know that, if he drives enough.
But the Harley Davidson isn't the exclusive preserve of the London Angels. The Harley has always been a connoisseur's bike. They've been making them since 1903. With names like the Heritage and the Electroglide, it's achieved cult status. For Harley owners, the herding instinct is irresistible. Outside a pub in Fulham are Harleys of every shape and age, all lovingly cared for by members of the Harley Davidson Club. Once a month, they gather to admire the massed machines and swap riders' tales.
It doesn't look like another motorbike, it doesn't sound like another motorbike, it doesn't ride like another motorbike. It's just got that charisma. I mean, how often do you see a Harley riding down the road? It's so rare, and if you do ride down the road on one, all heads turn, they all look at it.
they are more than just a motorbike. I mean, it's very easy for anybody to go out and buy maybe a Honda, a Yamaha, or whatever, but a Harley-Davidson is really special. It has a lot of history, and it has a lot of famous people who have ridden Harleys in the past, dating back to the, the years of Hollywood. I think Rudolph Valentino rode a Harley. A lot of famous film stars, James Dean, Elvis Presley, Steve McQueen, they all had Harley Davidsons. So it's a certain image, a certain thing about Harleys that makes them very special.
It has a character of its own. You could say that it's the Rolls Royce of all bikes, but as far as snobbery is concerned, there may be one or two that are a little bit snobbish about Harley Davidson, but that's just an attitude that they've got.
I just feel totally at peace with myself. I just enjoy the bike so much that if somebody was to say to me, would you like to go on a world cruise or whatever, or would you like to ride your Harley, I would ride my Harley, because it just means everything.
Yeah, it's got a soul of its own. It really has. It's hard to say. You can't be a wealthy person and expect to go into a Harley dealership and buy a Harley and instantly fall in with the clan. You're born into it. People recognise this. They see you, they know you. You can't buy it. It's in your blood. That's the way it is.
Once the bug bites, you just progress to bigger and bigger machines. And Harleys are a branch unto its own. I mean, somebody once said, well, there's two kinds of motorcycles, Harley Davidsons and everything else. I could go along with that.
But there are some bikers who couldn't possibly go along with that. Like some intergalactic spacecraft, the mighty Honda Goldwing beams down outside a pub in North London. The Capital Wingers are assembling for one of their weekly meetings.
I'd like to welcome all the new members that have turned up tonight. There's quite a lot, including a very tiny baby there who's, what, 16 weeks old, I understand? 10, she's even less. I thought you were 16. Is her name Charlotte?
I think it's really a family club that's involved in motorcycling, all very keen motorcyclists here. And really we like to get out on runs and get together, have a good time at weekends, camping weekends and this sort of thing. It just so happens that we ride Goldwings, which we think are probably the best motorbikes ever made.
Oh, there he is, there's Dave.
There's nothing that warms the heart of a Goldwinger more than the sight of hundreds of bikes. Goldwings, of course. Once a year, all the Goldwings that ever there were gather for a wing ding, a weekend of family fun and, well, showing off. Goldwingers are fanatics when it comes to bolting flashy goodies onto their bikes.
All the controls there, which is computer and digital. All the lights are extras. We've got a blue light at the side to show off the engine, and if you like the camera in the front. These are all the extras. Yeah, it's quite a large machine.
What are the bits you put on yourself that...
Well, all the chrome bits are. Now, believe it or not, at the end here, these are door handles, just the ordinary glass door handles, and we can convert quite a bits and pieces. We have all these are chromed, even the canister here, which we carry a beer in, which is handy, and all the lights at the back and at the side, these are all extras. Right. These are made out of gas pipe. All I've done is bent the gas pipes round and had them chromed and made a bracket on the bottom just for a few more lights.
I've got it, you went last week. How much is it? How much is it?
£17.70.
What? £17.70? Woo! I better win.
6, 7, 4.
6, 7, 4. Oh, no! The run tonight will be to Chelsea Bridge. I'll just quickly go through the route so that we all get it straight where we're going. Top of the road, turn left down Evershot Street, straight away through there, right away down to Kingsway, round Aldwych, keeping well to the right so we can take the church on our left, otherwise we'll end up over Waterloo Bridge. Straight the way down the Strand.
No, that's been changed.
If you keep to the left, you go over Waterloo Bridge.
He's a dispatcher, I can't believe it. The big buzz. That's the pleasure. Being with your friends, enjoying yourselves, riding together, having fun. That's all the pleasure is. There's nothing else in it. If you want to do it, it's good fun. That's it.
You get some people that come past and put their thumbs up, laugh at.
They came looking for Pete. They'd been in the saddle for 10 long minutes. The word was